Hello Eurovision friends, thank you so much for coming to my channel Eurovision Histories. It's time to give you my updated top of Eurovision 2025 because 9 new songs have been revealed since I last did a video like this one. Now we have 21 songs, so naturally this is my top 21. I have to say that the year is not shaping up the way I wanted it to. There are a lot of songs that I like, but also quite a few that I don't really connect with and I don't like all that much, to be honest. So I'm looking forward to maybe some of the internal selections or some of the songs that we haven't heard yet being much better than the ones that have already been revealed, at least some of the ones that have already been revealed. This is my personal subjective opinion on these songs, my personal ranking. If you disagree with me, do leave a comment. I do read the comments, and if it's interesting, I might re-listen to the song having your comment in mind, and that might change my opinion on the whole thing, on the song and the performance. So let's get right to it. Here's my top 21. In 21st place, I have Tommy Cash with Espresso Macchiato. I am guessing that this is supposed to be a fun, a jokey entry, but I don't see the fun in it, unfortunately. I've seen a few people comment that they really like the song. I really can't get into it. I just see someone listing Italian stereotypes, and I don't think, for no reason, particular reason, for no message that he's trying to send or anything like that. So I don't like that part. I think the song is quite catchy and the performance is kind of well done with the security guys, with the silly dance. But having seen his song with Joost Klein, I thought before that maybe this performance is supposed to be mocking Eurovision performances. And after seeing his song with Joost Klein, I'm guessing that I might have been right. And I don't really like that. So that's why it's my number 21. But I do understand why some people are really into it because it is a very catchy tune. In 20th place, I still have Emmy with Like a Party for Ireland. You can see it went down 8, but we also had 9 new songs. So it's kind of stable in the lower ranks, I guess. Still don't love the voice. That's just a personal thing that I don't like these kinds of voices. I also don't like this kind of music. Even when I was younger and this music was popular in the 90s, I didn't like it at all. And I also have an issue with the lyrics here a little bit. Singing about a song that died in space and making a dance song out of it is not my kind of thing. Again, I do understand why people like this. I think it might do well, actually. It feels a bit like Junior Eurovision as well, and that's why it's my number 20. In 19th place, the newest song in this lineup, I have Gojo with Milkshake Man. Again, don't like the lyrics. It is a jokey entry that I don't find all that funny in the end. I think he's a good performer and we will have a good performance from Australia. Some people have criticized that in my rating video I said Australia doesn't know how to do stagings. Maybe I was wrong with that. Damien and Kate Miller-Heidke had great stagings and also some other entries, to be honest, so maybe I was wrong about that. However, I do think this is a catchy song and a well-produced song, but it's not the kind of song that I would listen to. And to be quite honest, after listening to it a few times for the rating video, I haven't listened to it anymore. Now, then in 18th place, again, an issue with the lyrics a little bit. I like the message of it overall. I'm talking about Mariana Conte for Malta. The pun with the title of the song gets old very quickly for me. The performance is a bit over the top, too over the top for me as well. She has a pretty good voice, even though there were some off moments during the performance as well. I recently noticed after watching it again, and she has a lot of charisma. I just wish she had a better song. This will do well. It's viral on TikTok, but that doesn't mean that I have to like it. In 17th place, another song that seems a bit like Junior Eurovision to me. They put a lot of energy on that stage, Vape and Roa for Iceland. And they seem to have a lot of fun doing this, performing this. I like the idea with the Viking boat and the effects they have. The song itself, it's not a song I would add to my playlist. It's a lot to me. It all seems a bit chaotic and messy, and the whole visual concept of the performance is also too silver for me, but I love them. I think they will have a lot of fun in Basel, so all the best to them, but it's just not my kind of song. In 16th place, this has kind of been quite stable, only going down 5 places. I have Melody with Essa Diva. Still think that this seems a bit messy and chaotic, but in a fun way. This is more entertaining than any of the songs that try to be entertaining with their performance and the lyrics. She sings it well. This might be one that grows on me because every time I see one of these recap videos that other YouTubers do with the songs, I think, well, this is not all that bad compared to the other songs that I have lower than this. So yeah, maybe this will be a grower for me, but the song itself is still not something that I would listen to, and I haven't really. Then I have a song I haven't done a rating video on. Sorry about that. I don't have time to do one on every single one. So I'm going to talk about it a bit more here. Survivor by Park. When I saw this, I thought, wow, what an impactful performance. But watching it over and over again a few more times, I feel like it's very messy, like it's very, and the sound mixing wasn't great at the national final. All of that can be changed, but it just seems very in your face and a bit much to me. Like it can't really sell its melody or anything like that because it's just a bit too much. And I also have to say, I don't love that he rhymes, I'm a survivor, I'm a liver, or something like that. That things like this really destroy a song for me. I cannot listen to a song like that more than a few times because of these lyrics. Sorry about that. He sings it pretty well. The sound mixing wasn't all that good. There's a bit too much happening, and we have too many songs with singers and armors already. So I think I would change the staging a little bit. But the meaning of the lyrics, obviously, being a survivor, going through everything, fine. I'm okay with that, but not the best performance for me personally. This is another one, Justyna Gaja for Poland. Happy for her that she finally gets to go to Eurovision again after 1995, but the performance is just a bit too much for me, a bit too messy. I think they should lean way more into the theme of the song, which is Mother Earth and how Mother Earth is important, but I don't really see that in the performance. The song itself is, I like the traditional elements and the modern elements that they combined in this. And I also love her vocal performance, but it's just a bit disjointed and a bit too much for me personally. Again, I do understand why people like this. It's like campy, messy fun, chaotic fun, but that's not the kind of thing that I like, as you've seen in some other rankings as well. In 13th place, holding quite steady, going down only 4 places, I have La Pupée Monte le Son. It is a bit saccharine and too sweet for me, the whole performance and the song itself as well. It seems a bit Junior Eurovision there as well, but they have said that they will revamp it, that they will change the performance as well, and then maybe it could go up a bit more. Even generally, I don't hate the composition or the song. It was just a bit too, yeah, sweet for me, and that's why it's my number 13. In 12th place, another song I haven't done a rating video for yet, is Kyle Alessandro with Lighter for Norway. I think he performs the hell out of this. Really great performer. He's only 18, I think, or 19. He has a great vocal performance as well in this. The thing is just that the song is just very generic to me. Feels like something we've heard a lot before, especially from the Nordic countries. It's not a bad song at all. I think it's a good pop song, but very generic and a bit repetitive as well, though I like the different elements in the structure as well. And again, I have an issue with the lyrics. Sorry to be a bit of a broken record, but this I'm gonna be my own lighter just doesn't make all that much sense to me. People have explained to me under my Norway national final video that it's about his mom having cancer, telling him to be his own light. But then I get that. I understand what he's trying to say. I just think that it's a weird way of saying that. I love the story behind it, but yeah, the way he expresses it is a bit clumsy, I would say. Sorry about that. In 11th place, another song with a deep and meaningful message. I have Slovenia, Klemen, How Much Time Do We Have Left? Again, this is very in your face and direct, but that makes it kind of charming to me. He tells his own personal story. This song is a sweet ballad, and looking at all of the songs that we have until now, we don't have enough of those. So that's why it's quite steady for me as well, going down only 3 places. I think he sells this well. He really believes in what he is doing, and telling us with this song, and you notice that. And I think in a year with a lot of crazier entries, that could really stand out, and it stands out to me. I am touched when I see it. It's not a very innovative entry or song. That's why it's only number 11, but I still have a connection to it, and I like that. In 10th place, I have Zifferblatt with Bird of Prey. I love the meaning in the lyrics. I like him as well. He has this very specific charisma that you can't quite explain. I love the combination of the white voice, the traditional elements, and the modern elements. Well, not modern, but like 70s rock. I like that. I like it more than most people, I'm guessing, because this is not that high up in most people's rankings, but it has a certain quality that other entries just don't have, and I like that. And they have also announced a revamp, so let's see whether that improves it in my ranking or it goes down a bit more. In 9th place, also holding quite steady, I have Erika Wickman with Ich komme for Finland. The lyrics I'm still not a great fan of. The performance I'm not the biggest fan of, but this musically is just so catchy, so fun. This choral Ich komme, is just stuck in my head, even though I don't really listen to the song all that much. I mostly listen to it at the gym because there it works really, really well. But I can see this do incredibly well because it's such a catchy tune and it's a cool composition as well. And that's why it's still my number 9. In 8th place, seeing it now, maybe this should be a few places lower actually, but I do like the combination of traditional instrument, even though it's just in a few parts of the song, and the modern sound, the modern beat they have. It's one of the catchier songs in the lineup this year. I like his voice, even though the vocal tone is not my personal favorite. And I also like the creativity that we saw in the video. I get this vibe that they are a fun group of people, and I'm kind of looking forward to seeing interviews with them during Eurovision week. So yeah, that's why Magama with Run With You is my number 8. In 7th place, holding really steady, going down only 2 places, is another ballad, Nina Žižić with Dobrodošli. Love that this is in a national language. I love the message of the song. I love her style of performing, and we don't have enough ballads this year. So this might actually surprise people and might qualify. I think a lot of people don't see this qualify, but I can see it qualify. I think the song itself has a certain quality about it. It's like a James Bond song. There is a drama in it that people will connect to, I think, and I am connecting to it. That's why it is my number 7 still. In 6th place, I have Tautumeitas Burman Laimi for Latvia, also holding quite steady, going down only 2. This is an experience. I've said that in my rating video. You need to see the performance to really connect to this. At least I do. I haven't added this song to my playlist, but it's still my number 6 because I love the harmonies that their voices create. I love this world that they bring us into with the performance and with this very special song. It is not a song that has a structure that we know. It's something different. It's almost otherworldly. And I just really love that we have entries like that at Eurovision. And that's why it's my number 6. In 5th place, also only going down 2, is still Red Sebastian with Strobe Lights. I haven't listened to the song as much in the last couple of days, but I do listen to it at the gym because it really gets you going. This has an oomph that I really like. I hate trance music and like these techno music styles usually, but this song has something that I really connected to from the first time I heard it. and he has a great voice. He can work on how vocally perfect he is until Eurovision. I do like the staging as well. Lots of interesting red and black visuals there. It was already very good in the national final. I like that a lot, and that's why it's my number 5. In fourth place, going down 2, I have Asteromata by Claudia for Greece. I mean, what can I say that I haven't said about this song already? Great lyrics, interesting lyrics, amazing voice, a soaring song with traditional elements. It is a ballad in a national language with traditional elements, but it is still catchy. It draws you in as well. The staging has to be worked on and the outfit maybe as well, but it's a very high quality entry and just a lovely composition as well. And I love this soaring feeling you get while listening to it. In third place, in my top 3, I have Lithuania with Kartarsis and Tavo Akis. I just love the vibe of this song, this dystopian, apocalyptic vibe you get when listening to the song, and that I personally also get watching the news. So it kind of is a representation of how I feel a lot of the time about the world, actually. And that is a great thing for a piece of music to achieve. I do also love the staging and the performance because it adds to this vibe. He sings it incredibly well as well. The lyrics are mysterious, but also kind of dystopian and dark and depressing in a way, which shouldn't be a positive thing for a song, but in this case it really is because it adds to this vibe that I just explained to you. Sometimes it's hard to explain to you why I love this song. I hope you understood what I mean. My second place, some of you might say, oh, of course, he has Italy in second place. But I have really been on a journey with this song and with this performer. When I first saw it at Sanremo, I judged the book by its cover, and I shouldn't have done that. I was kind of, putting him in the category of weird entries that aren't going anywhere because of the makeup and the way he dresses. But then when you really get into the lyrics, watch my rating video if you're interested in that. Beautiful, beautiful lyrics. I think the best lyrics this year. His voice is soft and beautiful, and he just shows his whole personality in the performance on stage. He's really authentically himself, and I just love that. And this song has really grown on me. I listened to it quite a bit, and I have listened to some other songs of his discography, and a lot of them are really cool and interesting. This combination of cantautore, singer-songwriter, and glam rocker is really unique. He is very unique, and that's why it's my number 2. Grazie Italia for this great song. Now, obviously, you already know my number 1, and it has stayed my number 1. It's still Zerm from Albania. I still can't quite explain why I think this is such a good song, but I just love the melody. I love the flow of the song. I love her stage presence and her verve selling this song as well to us. Every time it comes up on my playlist, on my earphones, I need like 2 or 3 seconds to realize that it is this song, because for a few seconds I always think, what song is this? This sounds amazing. I don't know why that is. It doesn't really stay in my head. Now I can remember kind of the chorus, but once it is on, I think, wow, this is a great song. I love this song. I love the melody, and I really get into it. And I mean, that tells you that it is a very good song. I'm still not convinced that I know he is necessary when it comes to the lyrics and the message of the song, but it's really her and her stage presence that sells this song for me personally. I'm very interested to see whether Albania at the end, after all the entries are revealed, is still my number 1. I am looking forward to especially France, because I think I will like that entry quite a lot. We've heard that it's very emotional for her to sing it. So we shall see whether that becomes my new number 1. This was my top 21. I hope I wasn't rambling too much. Do let me know in the comments for this video what your top 21 is, or even your top 5 or your favorite song. And then also, if you have a completely different opinion on one of these songs, do let me know in the comments as well and we can discuss it. Thank you so much for watching. Do subscribe to my video if you don't want to miss my top 30 and top 36 it is now, or 37 songs in Eurovision 2025. Do subscribe, then you won't miss it, and I'll see you for my next video. See you then, and bye bye.